this is Patrick Sesko of Sesko Creative, and here today I just put together a little tutorial of how to make annotations into a PDF. I can't tell you how many times I've had clients send me edited faxed copies of their proofs, and it's very difficult to read, or stuff gets cut off, and there's no accountability. So this whole tutorial shows you how to make annotations in the PDF quite simply, and creates a digital paper trail, so that way you have records of all the edits that need to be made and all the edits that have been made. So go ahead and take a look, and if you have any questions, just leave a comment or email me below. Thanks. Okay, so when you're dealing with your designers and he or she is sending you PDFs, you're either going to be using the Acrobat Pro software to make these annotations. That's a version of the software that you have to pay for, or you can actually use the Acrobat Reader, which is free. So you can download that, and there's going to be a link below, as well as the exercise files. So what your designer will have to do, if you only have the free version of Acrobat, which is fine, but he's going to have to make the PDF available for you to make edits to with the free version. So how he's going to do that is to open up his PDF file, click on File, Save As, Reader Extended PDF, Enable Commenting and Measuring. Click on that, and I'm just going to save it as, and just add Reader to it just so I know the difference. Save that, close it out, and then I'm going to send that, as the designer, I'm going to send that to my client. So now that I'm playing the part of the client, I'm going to go ahead and take this. If I only have Acrobat Reader, I'll go ahead and open it in Reader, and if I click on that Comments tab, you'll see the annotations right here, and I'll get into the details of that here in just a minute. Now, to show you the difference of what it looks like without that little Save As, if I click on Comments, it only has these two things here. So this is the PDF without the Acrobat Reader comments enabled. And this is what it looks like with the Reader comments enabled here. So you see the difference right here versus this. So this here will enable you to make these annotations. Okay, so then for the sake of the rest of this exercise, I'm going to assume that you're using the free version of Acrobat Reader and show you how to make annotations using that free version of Acrobat Reader, making sure the person who sends you the PDF has enabled Reader to make comments. If you have the full version of Acrobat, then you don't need to worry about it. So we'll go ahead and open this up in PDF Reader, Acrobat Reader, and you'll click on the Comments section. Just a little background, this is a little, just a one sheet that I quickly put together just for the purpose of this exercise. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom in over here and show you the differences between these annotations here. This will enable you to add a sticky note. This is highlighting text. This is attaching a file. This is recording audio. This is adding a stamp, like approved. This here is insert text at a specific area. This here is replace text. This one is crossing text or strike through, underline, and adding a note to text. So I'm going to zoom back out here and just make a couple of quick annotations. So I'm going to go ahead and use the highlight tool right here and highlight what we do. And I'm going to put a little sticky note there that says change text color to blue on all headers and subheads. So that way I'm going to want all of these headers and subheads to be blue. I can go ahead and say I want to cross out text and replace text. I'm going to use this one here, and I'm going to just zoom in a little bit. I want this to be an M dash. Right now it's a double dash. I'm just going to highlight that and just say change to M dash. And let's just say this is the wrong image, or I want to replace this image. I can just take my sticky note, replace image with image with the one I sent you in email, or whatever note you need to tell them. And then let's just say you want to replace a whole paragraph. Obviously it's probably a little much to replace all of that, so you can go through here and say cross this out. Let's just say this whole discovery section is going to cross out. So I want to cross all of that out, and then say, sorry, I made a mistake there. All right, I'm going to cross all of this out, and I'm just going to put a note here. Replace with Word doc I sent you, or however you want to send them the information. And sometimes these little edits right here are kind of hard to see, and that's where these drawing markups come in handy. So if you just click on like the circle, you can just kind of say, hey, don't miss that, or just the small types of edits there that can easily be missed if you're going through quickly. Now, if you notice, as I made the changes, they started showing up down here in the comments list, and this will enable the person making the edits to sort of go through and see what they are. If he needs to copy text or a spelling of a name or something like that, he can copy it right out of this section here just by copying it. And then once that designer makes the edit, he can just check these off as he goes through. And once he's done, he can save it, and save it with his initials, and that way there's just sort of, hey, these are the edits I sent, these are the edits, the corrections that I made. So that way there's sort of a paper trail, digital paper trail of everything, and that way nothing gets overlooked. So hopefully this was a little bit helpful to you. Again, the exercise files will be below there. You can download and take a look. I'll leave the comments in, and I'm going to go ahead and save this. I'll leave the comments in so you can take a look at it and experiment, if you will. And if you have any questions, leave a comment below. I'll get back to you, or send me an email or a call. So if you have any other questions, we'll talk soon. Thanks again. I'm Patrick Sesko at Sesko Creative.